Everyone, welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. Today I am going to do a tag for you. I've seen this tag around the booktube community for a long time. I don't know where it originated from. I don't know where I first saw it. I just wrote the questions down and said, hey, that's going to be a tag that I should probably do. Well, I never did it. So I'm going to do it now. This is the How I Read tag, and I thought it was a really good tag. It says a lot about the people that we're watching and what they're reading, what they're doing. So anyway, number one, how do you find out about new books to read? I would have to say Goodreads is probably my biggest resource on that because they got the ads on the side. I got my friends on there in a group saying, you know, hey, you should try this book, and that's a huge influence for me. And then I gotta say, recently, you know, I've really been in the booktube community writing down books that people are reading, and say, oh, this is great, this is great. So then I'll write them down and look them up, add them to my TBR. So that would explain why my TBR list is almost 500 now. Anyway, number two, how did you get into reading? Some of my fondest memories is from my parents and going to the library, and I can remember my mom checking out big stacks of books, and she always read mystery, and that's where my love for mystery came from. I think was from my mom. As far as before that, I don't really remember like school and that kind of stuff. I know like in high school we had like a class called Great Books where, of course, I didn't really enjoy those books, but yeah, I'd have to say my biggest love was probably my parents. How has your taste in books changed as you've gotten older? I'd have to say it's changed in the genres that I read. I used to strictly be pretty much mystery and horror books. And then, you know, as I get older, I find that I'm reading more genres, like, you know, now I'm reading young adult and dystopians and apocalyptic and, of course, still mystery and thriller and horror. But yeah, I think I've opened up to more genres, and I've really enjoyed a lot of them that I've read. And, of course, you know, I read more. That's changed, too. In the last 4 or 5 years, I've read a lot more books. How often do you buy books? This should not even be a question. It's almost embarrassing for me to say that I get a book hog, could you call it? But I buy books like all the time. It's almost like I can't help myself. Like any store that I go in, if I glimpse a book, I'm there. I'm in the books, even if I just bought books. And I gotta say that our used bookstore in Denton has gotten a lot of my money because I go in there all the time, like every week, at least every week I'm in there, and then I'm online ordering books, and then I found Book Outlet, and we also have one online that's right here in Texas, and I just can't stop myself from buying books. When I went on vacation in Indiana, I went to their local library, to their sales section, and walked out of there with like 25 books. So, and you know what? I don't really find anything wrong with that. You know, the way I see it, the more books you've got, you'll never run out of books. You'll always have something to read. So, I actually find no shame in in buying books. Okay, so how did you get into booktubing? Well, no one actually came out and said, hey, you should do this tag, or you should do booktubing, you should get a channel. I actually had a couple channels before this one. I had a gaming channel, and that one did really well, and I just didn't play the game anymore and quit doing those. And then I also had a sporting channel for the Dallas Cowboys, and actually got on TV with that one. But they both just changed, and they were no longer of interest to me. So I got on YouTube one day and was just looking up, you know, book channels, and thought, wow, this is a pretty big community, so maybe we should give this a shot. So that's when I started. Okay, and it's been very enjoyable, I gotta say. How do you react when you don't like the end of a book? Now this would be dependent on, was the ending of the book just wrote bad, or did I just don't like how the author ended it? If I don't like the way the author ended it, then I try to figure out why he or she decided to end the book the way they did. If it just wrote bad, then it's just like, that was kind of a waste of time. But I don't overreact. I just, I read the book. It's done. So that's that. It is what it is. So, I mean, overreacting, no. I just kind of, it's whatever. If the book ends bad. They're just not going to be memorable, I guess. How often have you taken a sneaky look at the back page of a book to see if it's a happy ending? Never. When I'm reading a book, I want the book to be total surprise. And I don't want to know how a book ends because I think it takes away from a book. Like if you know that somebody's going to die in the end, and you're reading the book and you're only halfway through, well, what's the point if your favorite character's going to die? I mean, it just kind of ruins the whole outlook for the book. So I've never read the back page, back chapter, back whatever of a book because it just ruins it for me. And for question number 8, how many people are you going to tag and who are they? Well, I'm going to tag my friend Catherine for sure, but I'm going to tag anybody that watches this video. If you have not done this book tag, which I find it hard to believe because it's been around for a while, but if you haven't done this tag, then please do it. And if you have done this tag, post in the comments and let me know, and I'll go watch your video. And that is it for this How I Read tag. So let me know, guys, if you've done it, and I'll go check it out. But thanks for staying tuned, guys, and stay tuned for more coming your way because I have lots more coming. See you soon, guys. Bye.